Welcome. This is Jester's World. I'm the Seven Jester, your host. I missed last week's video, and I do apologize for that. But my current job does pull and take quite a bit from me. I plan on doing some streaming soon because I finally got all my videos up, recorded, and ready. I've had a thought about it, and as much as I want to be able to be a YouTube content creator and really get monetization, it's not an entirely big goal. Reason for that, and what I'm going to be saying is, I like that I have the jobs that I do, or have had the jobs that I have that take me outside of the house a little bit. And not saying that I wouldn't be able to do that any other way. I am not a typical person that can get into recording every little detail of myself. I guess that would be the right way of putting it. I'm not very comfortable with that. It's just the way that I am. I instead want to create content that I very much more appreciate. What I remember from when I was younger is the games that I played pulled me in, and it was like going to another world. It literally was anywhere and everywhere in a video game. If I wasn't outside because my parents kicked me outside to get me out in fresh air or whatever, it was up late at night and playing whatever game I was immersed in. I didn't play to beat a lot of games, and I didn't beat to play a lot of games. I Especially old Nintendo games. Good lord, I was never so good at being able to complete. It wasn't until like a lot of action games, like Resident Evil 2 was the very first game I think I really went through with completion. I can't completely confirm. There may have been some other things, but nonetheless, it was through thinking of this that when I was coming into a system that I bought on my own, a Nintendo GameCube, the very first system that I bought for myself, I played just about every game I could. It was the first time that I owned a system that I had purchased with the money that I got from the job that I got. And I kept everything in almost nearly mint condition as much as you possibly can without collecting dust and lint, because I still didn't take great care of things. Either which way, I remember trying some anime RPG games. It was the first time I tried it. Tales of Symphonia. And I'm sure I'm gonna butcher that name, but the Tales series, the very first game that they, or probably the only game that they, no, there was a couple others. It was the very first game that I played on that I completed from beginning to end. That took, it took being able to go through it RPG style, and you really had to consistently train, kill, and just grind your way to XP. Sorry, a lot of that was me trying to figure out what the word I was trying to look for. Went to grinding to get the XP, and it was still fun because the way that they did it, they had the characters interacting with each other, and every fight that you did actually did bring more enlightenment to the characters. It brought more story background. You got to know the characters. So when I got to the ending, made me tear up of how it ended. And I didn't play the sequel, but that first one, it was everything. I remember when I started the game, every single time it had its little cutscene, and I watched the whole cutscene every single time I went to play. I played it more hours than watching the cutscene. But what I want to do when it comes to certain games that actually do have cutscenes, I'd love to eventually work with someone that would be able to uh, create a intro for me and then an outro. But that's all gonna come with time, and I want to get back into streaming to doing that and creating a community. Um, I'm gonna focus on one game at a time on my streams. I do play video games, and I am gonna continue playing video outside. Most video games I'm gonna be playing on the stream are games that I've already beat. Uh, just because some are not gonna be games that I have beaten, but I am tired of holding on to a lot of these games and not completing them and putting content on my channel. I know that I want to do it 4 days in a row. The current time that I'm recording this is just a recording, it didn't go live. I did it the way that I did it because I wanted to get content ready, and I want to get myself on a regular stream. At the moment, I'm playing God of War Ragnarok. No, I'm not streaming it. I'm not a big streamer, so it's not like it's in. I understand. Hey, give your reaction, everything like that. I'm considering doing it, but it would be for the very end. I wouldn't have a reaction for anything else. So you wouldn't be getting my reaction from the beginning, middle, to the end. It would just be the end. I want to get it to where people that are watching me, any of y'all that stick around for a lot more longer than just a few seconds, I do appreciate every single one of y'all doing that. I want to get it to where streaming or recording, I'm having the same experience that I've had with video games. And when it comes to like anime, or want to kind of envision it the way that it did for anime, the intro sequence, take it and cut it and make it its own episode. So the beat's still kind of like 15 minutes or so. Still haven't figured out quite how I'm going to end up doing it, but I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna have fun. I hope that you do too. That's all that I have to say. I'm gonna work on a Patreon, but it'll mostly be well past having. I have subscribers, but I don't see that I need to have Patreon yet, because I want to own my craft. Own my craft. I want to know that I have people that are here watching the content all the way through, or I take that step, and eventually and hopefully one of y'all will. And until next time, till the next video, till the next couple minutes, thank you. Deuces.